The light of Christ is the animating power and governing force of the entire universe and all things therein. It is the power of creation and the physical light of the celestial bodies. It also is the power of mental illumination, the enlightening of understanding. The light of Christ both enlighteneth the eyes and quickeneth the mind's understandings. The light of Christ has many more properties, but these can only be learned indirectly through the law of transitivity. The law of transitivity is primarily a mathematical principle, but also one of logic. The principle or law was stated as early as Euclid, considered to be the father of geometry. It was the first of his 5 so-called common notions. In simpler terms, using equations, if A equals B and B equals C, then A equals C. Using the principle of transitivity, we can now add to our understanding of the light of Christ. We begin with the very clear statement by the Lord that the light of Christ is the light of truth. To formulate this into an equation, the light of Christ equals the light of truth. Therefore, our 8th attribute of the light of Christ is that it is also the light of truth. The Lord has defined truth. It is the knowledge of things past, present, and future. That is, a knowledge of all things. Jacob of the Book of Mormon defined truth in the same manner. Using transitivity, we can apply the attribute of the light of truth to the attribute of the light of Christ. That is, just as the light of truth provides the knowledge of things past, present, and future, so too does the light of Christ. Of course, this is practically synonymous with the 7th attribute, which states that the light of Christ quickens the mind's understandings and enlightens the eyes. It does so by giving a knowledge of the truth of all things. The Lord expands the concept of truth and light to include Spirit and the Word. He equates all 4. The word of the Lord is truth. Truth is light. Light is spirit. All of these enlighten man, as does the light of Christ. Using the principle of transitivity, we have the following combined equation. We also have these equivalencies. The word of the Lord equals light. The word of the Lord equals spirit. Light equals truth. Light equals spirit. Truth equals spirit. All 4, like the light of Christ, enlighteneth man. Again, using transitivity, we can ascribe the following attributes to the light of Christ. In addition to giving knowledge, the light of Christ also gives discernment, the ability to know good from evil. In modern parlance, this is called conscience. According to Moroni, conscience is a gift of the light of Christ.